If there's one nation on this planet that has never once truly insulted Japan before this moment in time, it was Germany. The German Empire had always been semi-unofficial good allies and training partners for the better part of the entire career I've been in the Navy. We've had our scuffles, sure, our brief intermissions done in back rooms to keep our nations out of war. But this conflict, I suppose, has been brewing for some time. I guess I just tried to ignore it. We all did. The Kaiser, the late Emperor. Yes, it's been difficult for all of us. Even the Kaiser traveled personally to Japan to attend a state ceremony funeral, separate from, of course, the imperial funeral. The new emperor and the Kaiser exchanged letters, telegrams, and even phone calls, desperate to keep this war from coming, but the ball had already been rolling downhill. It was only a matter of time before it smashed into the fence, holding back the calls for war. It all began several months ago, when a fleet of rogue ships, separating from one of Germany's commonwealths, decided that they were going to attack Japanese shipments and our Romanian allies. In response, we began conducting training operations in the Black Sea, and when the commonwealths began firing upon our vessels, we moved 4 fleets into the Black Sea, informing the Germans that they needed to rein them in, or we would. On the flip side, the local German consulary in Constantinople, under the part of German-occupied Anatolia under their Commonwealth system, declared that he would shut the Bosphorus and the Dardanelles. And soon, politicians started calling for war. The Prime Minister, not one to immediately declare war, was very skeptical. We all saw the reports, and they were troubling. Skirmishes along shared borders, and our commonwealths were already gearing up for war. We did as best as we could, calm the fears. Heck, I even ordered the entire Navy to stand down to any ship flying a German flag. But it seems to no avail. 4 days ago, a Romanian tanker was struck by the Commonwealth of Anatolia's rogue ships. I call them rogue because I want to specify these are not German vessels. However, when their ships damaged the tanker and returned to port, they declared that any Japanese ship or Japanese allied ship would be sunk. And within a period of 4 days, we found ourselves at war. My focus is not on Germany's homeland. I don't want them. I don't want to hurt them. And I've made it very clear to the Kaiser, through back-channel negotiations, thank God for the British and the Americans, I've made it clear through back-channel negotiations that I am not after Germany. I'm after those people responsible. And the Österreich commander, or the man in charge of German-occupied Russia and Ukraine, has ordered 800,000 troops to be sent into Romania. We're going to do the best we can to hold, but it's quite possible we lose it. Bulgaria is having a bit of internal strife and hasn't quite said if they're going to support the war or not. We don't want to kill Germany. We still believe they can be an ally, but quite frankly, their commonwealths need to be punished. Germany will make some statements, but they are going to have to fight as well. They can't just leave their commonwealths out to die, and so, well, we'll do our best to keep the destruction to a minimum. In the meantime, I've laid down a few new classes on the drawing board, including the newest Nagato class with 16-inch guns. There's another design on the table, simply called Project Yamato. A ship calling for 18-inch guns of an unbelievable size of 72,000 tons. I don't even know if it's feasible as a warship, but I'll keep it on the back burner. It's quite possible that this war could quickly escalate. If the Soviets get involved, it could go even worse. Mind you, I don't like the Soviets. I never have. But they seem to be trying to get in our good graces, and they have for the past decade. It seems they're more scared of the Germans finally ridding the world of this communist plague than they are of us. So, for the time being, I've ordered limited operations against German homeland provinces, and I've ordered all Japanese ships, if they are approached by a German warship, to simply lower their colors and present their merchant and papers, especially submarines. Thankfully, I was able to get most of our allies to help pick up the shipping costs, as we're still having a trade deal with America and Britain, and quite frankly, we can't risk the economic losses. I've asked them to take different routes, avoiding German patrols, but there's only so much I can do. Our German counterpart seems to be in the same frame of mind, I suppose. He's doing his best to try to keep Germans out of harm's way, but this is a modern war and there's only so much we can do. Our hope, and we pray that this will be a quick war, we'll be over it and we can wipe our hands clean, and each side can say, well, we didn't want this war. We can release the letters and whatnot to the press and everything will be smoothed over. But until that time comes, I have a job to do.